Alright y'all, so today is part 2 of the dust collection system. Now we've already got our unit mounted on the wall. Actually I've moved it over about a foot or so. That'll give us a little bit room for the curve on the pipe so it's not so drastic. And basically what we're going to be doing is replacing all the pipe on the right side of the shop with 4-inch sewer and drain pipe. We're going to use our existing 2-inch blast gates for the 2 tools that's going to be hooked in with that today, and we're going to connect it in over on the back wall close to where the floor sweep is. Now I checked the floor sweep and it seems to work okay through this 2-inch system all the way from the furthest end. So for right now I'm going to leave the left side of the shop alone. The other 2 tools on that side is the bandsaw, and the vacuum on that pretty much sucks anyhow. There's got to be some upgrades I can do to make that a little better, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. And the only other one is the planer. Now I've got the DeWalt 735, and the good thing about that planer is it's got a dust extractor or blower in it that helps force those chips away from it. So I think even though that's 2-inch pipe, having that kind of planer will help me out at least until I get this side of the shop done. Alright y'all, so this is the top we're going to be working with. I think what we're going to have to do is come about 1.5 inches or so around the inside of it. We're going to cut that whole center part out. Then we're going to take a piece of plywood, a solid round piece of plywood. We're going to fasten it in here from the top side with some screws all the way around it. We're going to seal it off with some silicone, and what that'll do, that'll give us a flat surface that we can mount our fittings to, so we do not lose any suction around the edge of it. Alright y'all, so it is the next day. The silicone has had time to dry, and not only did we put silicone between the lid and the material that we fastened to the top, we also put it around the inside edge and also around the outside edge. And we've done this just to try to ensure no more leaks than possible while putting this on here. The actual top seals on the canister are real good, so don't worry about that. So we are finished putting the fittings around the top. I did not put any silicone around those connections just in case we have to move them around or do any adjustments. I'm going to put this aside. We're going to go ahead and hook up all the pipe, and then we're going to see how effective this setup is, or if we're going to have to do any adjustments. Hooking everything up. Now I'm not going to take these fittings off and all and make them kind of permanent until I use it for a little while, make sure this is how I want everything to be. Now all this 2-inch PVC is in one of the last videos, And to connect that to the pipe that we're going to use today, we are using a 2 to 4 inch Schedule 40 adapter. We got a short piece of Schedule 40 4-inch pipe, and then to connect it to the sewer and drain, we got a 4-inch Schedule 40 to sewer and drain adapter. Then that lets you use your sewer and drain pipe. Comes around the corner, got a couple 45s to make that curve a little bit longer. Then your Y is going to carry down to your adapter so you can change back over to your Schedule 40. The reason we done that is because this blast gate is using a Schedule 40 adapter, and in between this adapter and that 2 to 4 inch adapter there is short pieces of pipe to connect those together. And then you go around with your 4-inch pipe, got a 45 and a Y that's going to lead down into the cyclone. Then we got the fitting that is going to go around and go up to the motor. Now I'm not going to cut this pipe off yet. I want to make sure all this is going to be like it's going to be before I go cutting the pipe, but eventually we'll probably change this fitting to where it's just straight up. Then you come up, got a couple 45s. Now that pipe is going to go around to the pipes that is going to go to the table saw, and we've basically done this the same way. You got a adapter, a 4-inch to 4-inch, and that's going to take you from your sewer and drain to your Schedule 40. Then you got a short piece of pipe, and then your 2 to 4 inch adapter, and that's going to let you come down to your blast gate. And remember, if you can't find the sewer and drain fittings at the aisle where the PVC is, go look over where your gutter and downspout is. A lot of times they'll have a section set up over there. Alright, so with that being said, we'll go ahead and try the planer out and this floor sweep and see how it works. Alright y'all, so we got the drum completely empty and this bag is completely empty. So now we're going to hook up this planer and see how well the dust stays in the drum and not get over into the bag. Y'all, so we have run that board through several times. I'm going to show y'all the amount of dust left at the planer. Then we'll go over and look at the bag and the container where the dust is collected. Alright, so there is a little bit on the bed, not too bad, very little on the floor, and I'm going to set y'all up while I take the top to the drum off. But as far as the bag goes, it's hard to tell, but I mean, there is very little bit that went from the drum to the bag. Alright y'all, so here's the dust in the barrel. Not too bad, I think. I wasn't quite sure how this was going to do because I hadn't used the planer on it at all. I did use the floor sweep the other day to kind of get an idea, but I hadn't used the planer, so that was kind of interesting. Glad to see no more dust had made it into the bag than what had. So we're going to put the top back on. We're going to try the floor sweep out, and I think there's more fine particles in the dust on the floor, so that might give us a little bit different look at how much material gets over in this bag. Sweep. I'm going to show y'all the bag after that. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is very little dust that has made it over into the bag from the drum, and I'm going to take the top off to this drum to show y'all what that looks like. Alright, so that is the drum, and you can tell there's a lot of fine particles in there that did not make it over to the bag. Alright, y'all, that's pretty much it for this video. Gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with the dust collector, at least for this size shop. Not sure how the 1 horsepower would work if you had a shop much bigger than this one, but for this size shop, it works pretty good. And also I used the sander out off camera, and it seemed to work real good. It didn't leave a lot of mess laying around. And not sure if it's gonna be the next video, but one of the next upcoming videos, we are gonna change the pipe out on the left side of the shop. Stay tuned for that video. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give it a like if you liked it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.